Hey everybody, welcome to the podcast. Today we're going to be talking about something I know a lot of you are really interested in learning. First though, let me ask you, how does it feel to be on camera? A lot of you have expressed to us how frustrating it can be, how annoying it can be with all the technical know-how and everything. A lot of unknowns, a lot of frustrations. Today, I want to clear all of that up, or rather, I'm going to introduce somebody who's going to clear all of that up. Tobey Terry, who is creator of the Live Camera Confidence Coaching and Mastermind Program. She's all about video. She's got a wide background in business and in physical merchandising. So I'd really like to hand it off to you. Tobey, can you introduce yourself for everybody so they can learn more about all of the crazy things that you're into as an entrepreneur?
That's right. That's right. I've been hello everyone. Thank you for having me on here. I really appreciate it. And yeah, I've been in the beauty business for 25 years. So I started off as a hairstylist and then became a salon owner. And then I got into the beauty product world. So created a line called Naked Soul Beauty. And so it's just been an evolution through the beauty world into coming up on video, showing up on video, through videos, through interviews, and having that know-how of coming with confidence and presence and how to up level through video and busting through the fears of showing up on live video, because it's powerful. It's a powerful way to grow your business.
It is. So that transition, I mean, we've seen it a lot in our space, but a lot of people are in the beginning of this. And so they don't know the possibilities of where this can actually take them. So how did you get from owning your beauty inspired businesses to teaching people how to be on video? Where does that journey come in?
It came from just doing it. It came from just running my businesses and showing up on video and creating these online shows that I've created and just doing the work and seeing the need for it. Like working with people online. I'm also a consultant to salon pros. I help salon pros think outside the salon and create business and different revenue streams. So working with people and just knowing like what is the need in the coaching world, in the business growing world, that area is lacking. And so it's because of the confidence. It's like they don't want to, or they don't know what to say, or they do it and they don't know what's not landing. So just kind of doing the need, or filling the need and pivoting my own business, my own hairstyling business, and really showing up more and more online, more and more virtually, because I'm not servicing my clients inside the salon. So really just kind of filling the need and just showing up more on video. And it's just been a natural progression into doing this.
Yeah, and a lot of people think that they have to have a certain personality, a certain look before they can ever be on video. What would you have to say for people who are like, I can't do it because I have to wait on all of these different things first?
Right. Well, it's definitely about seeing where are your issues, where are your struggles, where do you feel like, not so confident? Well, let's look at those and see what kind of tweaks we can make. I mean, we're tweaking our marketing, right? We're tweaking our copywriting, right? So why can't we tweak just a little bit about our presence, or a little bit about our personality, or our background, or our message, like our hook? So just like what we're trying to convey to our audience. So it is tweaking and testing and seeing if that does help you kind of get over the hump of not feeling so good about the way that you feel. Because if you feel good, you look good. If you look good, you feel good. And then you have your powerful message that you already have, and then that just lands. It's all about slowing the scroll. What can we do to pop in our ideal client's feed?
Absolutely. So then it must have started for you like when you were, and I'm making an assumption here, so correct me if I'm wrong, but when you had your physical products and your salon, it must have started with like, I need to get out there myself. I need to advertise my own business. A lot of people I talk to think that they can only get on camera to talk about their particular products, but it is so much more than that. Like you can't just get on to sell. So what do you tell people that they need to do? You spoke about message. What do you tell people that they need to do as to create variety and the kind of content they need to put out being on video?
Right. I think it depends on what your business is, but you can talk about self-care. You can talk about soul care. You can talk about wellness. You can talk about just different lifestyle, or a story that you have that relates to maybe part of your business, but you're not exactly like selling. So, there's different ways that you can come at it. So if you are in the wellness space, and let's say you are a massage therapist, let's just say that. And you're not going to just talk about come in and get a massage, you know, and you're going to talk about what they can do to get better sleep, what they can do to create a journaling practice, what they can do to drink more water, or, you know, you know, the whole wellness world, like, right. And then even business coaches, I think that self-care is so on trend right now. It's such a hot topic. So you can utilize self-care as one of those things that you also talk about, as well as all the different strategies or whatever your theme is in your business. And one of the best ways that you can do this is having someone on and interview them. That just creates so much kinds of content that takes the selling off you, even though you're showing up as the expert and as the leader, but you're showcasing someone else. So I feel like it's a really great way to serve your audience.
Yeah. And it's always easier to like bounce off of somebody else as well, right? So when I talk to people too, and I mean, you coach people in this, so you know, it's easier to talk to somebody, but it can also be easier in different aspects to get on just you and say what you have to say, right? And I always tell people, like, record yourself and don't publish it, just practice to get it out there. And then at some point you do need to just like hit that publish button and share with people. So in the beginning, when I was first doing this before, like when we had our beauty line, I would record myself and then just cringe at some of those early videos. And I look back now thinking like all those things that I did wrong compared to now, but I had to start somewhere, right? Yeah. And I imagine you have some similar stories of like maybe a first video you put out that, or, you know, something that wasn't your best work that you put out and you were like, look, I gotta do it though.
Right. Oh, it's so true. I mean, it's always an evolution of improvement. You know, it's not perfection. I always say it's not perfection, it's presence. So if you show up and you are authentically you, and you have a great personality, and that you show, I mean, you bring out your great parts of your personality. You don't have to be extroverted. You don't have to be super bubbly, but you bring out something that is authentically you, something that is in your personality that someone can connect with. And just show up and practice. And yes, I mean, I look at old videos. I mean, I was just looking at videos because I'm rebuilding my YouTube channel that from just a month ago, you know, coming off like the salon closing, and I'm like, oh gosh, okay, yeah, I'm not gonna use that one. So, you know, it's just kind of like what you feel, and you just go with it, and you build on it, you build on it, you build on it. And I feel like one of my favorite tips is to create your Facebook group, but don't invite anyone and go in there and just practice on the live feature. I prefer live because I press the button and it's just, you just go. You know, if I do a recorded video, which I was actually just filming some before we started, and I can't believe how many times I had to like stop, start, because I do one little fumble and then I stop, you know. But when I'm doing it on live and I fumble, I make fun of myself. I laugh at it, you know. So it's really actually easier to be on live video than to do recorded videos, I feel.
I agree, because you edit yourself, right? Just like you were saying, you have to stop and start and stop and start. And especially if you're trying to work from like a script. I hate working from a script because I mean, you know, already we've talked about this. I go off on tangents all the time. I can't stick to a script. And if I try to stick to a script, it just sounds like it. Like you can tell. So going off of like having bullet points and then being like, these are the things I want to talk about. And I'm going to mess up, and that's going to be okay because I'm human just like you, and it's endearing.
Yeah. Yeah, it is endearing. It's fun. It's funny. It actually creates kind of a moment of laughter and a moment of smiles, like a natural smile. And so as long as you don't freeze up, and you know, and if that happens, it's fine. You will get used to it. You will get through it. Practice makes perfect. And like it really is. I mean, not that we have to have perfection, but you start to lose the anxiety, and you will get great at it. I mean, you will get close to your version of perfect. I feel like I'm right where I want to be. I'm fine. You know, sometimes I definitely say and so, but I show up with presence. I show up with confidence and fun and a message that I want to convey to my clients. So, and I think that's all that matters really, is that you just show up feeling great and conveying your message that you're meant to spread to this in this world.
I agree. And coming from that bigger place does make it easier. Instead of just being like, I'm here to sell to you. It's more of a like, look, I have a product to sell, but more importantly, the message behind the product is why I'm here.
for sure. I think with with our business, we need to really look at that. Like, what is our business and why are we doing this? Like, how did it come about? And why do we want to do this for people? Why do we want to serve in this way? And really start to speak to that. You were asking me earlier about topics and what to talk about. It's like, talk about your why, and break it down. I mean, my why has so many different levels and layers to it, and so it's kind of breaking that down as well.
And then your whole coaching and mastermind is about overcoming that anxiety and building confidence in front of the camera. So like, I'm sure there's a lot that goes into that, and I'd like to ask more about that. But if you could boil everything down to like one big tip, what is the first step? What's the most important thing people need to keep in mind when they go on camera, when they want to go live?
Right. I think, it's what is the easiest for you, right? So what is easiest for you to kind of up level your presence online, to show up different, to create that pop on camera? So is it a really beautiful background, like a nice background? Is it a new lipstick? Is it new earrings? Like, you came on, I'm like, wow, you look great. Is it smiling? Is it laughter? Is it a story? Is it your message? So I know that's a lot of stuff, but just look at all the different elements that goes into showing up on live video, and like, what is the easiest thing that I can do? And so I think just choosing the easiest thing to change and to get an instant transformation on how you show up on live video, and let that confidence start to activate, and then go from there. So that's my tip.
That's an incredible tip, because that's exactly what got me going. Is first, I'm the kind of person who kind of thrives off of the things that scare me, and and probably comes from something that happened, who knows, but I hate to be held back just because something gives me anxiety. And so my natural instinct is I'm just going to dive in and see what happens. Sometimes to my detriment, but most of the time, you dive in and you figure it out. You learn to swim. So what got me started was like, okay, putting on a little bit of makeup does make me feel more put together. So I'm going to start there. And that's all I'm going to worry about, is one little thing, and not even a lot of makeup. I think I just wore mascara and I was like, good to go. Now I'm on camera.
Yeah. And I mean, I when we got on camera, and we talked on camera the other day, preparing for this, and we got on Zoom, and I mean, you're a beautiful woman. You look great all the time. But when you got on, I'm like, wow. And you know what? When we got on camera the last time, I'm like, wow, your background is incredible. Like, cause mine was horrible at home. I'm like hidden out, like next to my closet from my kids, in my home office. And then today when we got on, I saw your eyes, like your eye makeup is incredible. I mean, your whole look is incredible. And I love that you realize, like you just talked about that. That was the one thing that you transformed, because it was really the first thing I noticed when we got on camera. And it made me like feel a response, a reaction. I felt you, I felt the vibe, and I'm like, it excited me. And so, it cannot be makeup. It could be the beautiful beach that you're at. It could be the fun hat that you're wearing, or the cute glasses that you wear, or just something in the presence kind of category that's so easy to do. Like, just so, like, not figure out the big long message and the hook and the call to action, which are all important. But if that's what's stopping you from doing that, but putting on like a brighter lipstick, or putting on a lipstick for the first time, or if you have your hair up in a ponytail and you have a really fun necklace, and it's like, when you start to get those comments in the threads about that fun necklace, wow, that little bit of feedback is going to go a long way. So I feel like it's just the easiest transformation, instant transformation.
I agree. And I really appreciate that, because and people feel intimidated when they see all the different things. And we've had conversations about all it takes for us to get on camera sometimes, especially if we're recording like an ad or a webinar, where it's like, we've got the camera, we've got the lighting, we've got the background, we've got our makeup, we've got our, script. But you don't have to start there. Like, that came over years and years of practice and adding one layer at a time. That is not at all where we started. And that's not where we're going to finish either. It's the whole journey. And like you said, we look back a few months ago at some videos, or even like, it'll be hit and miss, certain videos that we put out, and we're like, but we're doing content. Like, it doesn't have to be so serious, but it does have to mean connection. And you can't do that unless you put yourself out there.
Right. You have to do it. You just have to start somewhere. And what we know for sure is that live video and showing up on interviews and podcasts and doing PR, whether you're hosting or you're a guest, creates impact in our business. I mean, you will see a return on it. And the more that people see you online and see you in video and connect with your message and listen to you, and if you can do that in a way that really starts to capture their attention and gets them excited, then I think it just goes a long ways. And it's a fun way to, once you get over the fear and the anxiety and you just dive in and you start going for it, you'll really see that it's a fun way to grow your business. It really is.
I agree. I used to be such an introvert, and now it's one of my favorite things to do, to be on camera. Like, I still get nervous. Sometimes I still get sweaty palms, but not nearly as bad as it was before. You can hear my voice trembling in some of those early videos, but now it's one of my favorite things to do. And to kind of bring this back to something more timely, is a question a lot of people have right now, as you were talking about before, having to shoot video at your house, like, because of the pandemic and everything going on, we're kind of having to rethink how we do things. Right. So what's some of the things you've had to adjust, and some things you see some of your clients having to adjust because of that?
Yes, kids.
Right.
Everything on our kids, right? Well, like them popping in during Zoom calls, during Zoom meetings, networking, and this translates to like how you show up on Zoom, whether it's a networking event or it's a client call, it's a meeting, it's a consultation, it's a happy hour. Like, I mean, just women and men, men, women, just even like women that aren't in business, that are showing up on camera for business, can use this for all their happy hours and their Zoom dates that they have, like just really showing up on FaceTime and having that extra pep in your step. And what you said earlier about like putting the makeup on because it helps you put together, this translates into how you just start your day as well. Just kind of putting yourself together a little bit so that you have energy throughout the day, and we're not in our pajamas all day, and not, in our our messy buns, and just to create a little bit more passion and energy in our day. So
yeah, absolutely. And I mean, our son has made an appearance on more than one meeting.
Yes.
Yes. And I do find that, like, I was saying, like, putting on makeup makes me feel more put together, but there are a lot of times where I'm trying to homeschool, we're trying to clean house, we're working on client projects, and I don't have my makeup on, but I know, like, I need to connect with my community. How can I do that right now? And simply going live for less than a minute without hair and makeup done, just maybe like in a nice corner with some natural light, popping in and saying, hey, everybody, let's talk about subject lines real quick. Just throwing out there some topic that applies to them and my brand, and letting it go without the pressure of having something so put together and so planned out.
Absolutely. And using those moments to connect. Like, I love how you said like 1 minute videos. So using this for those little 1 minute tidbits, because clients really appreciate that too, the little quick videos. And then if you were doing the one subject line, like what you're saying is like you don't have the hair and the makeup because you're doing the homeschooling, you're doing the kids, you're doing this, you're doing that, and maybe go outside with it and you just like kind of speak to this, talk about the sunshine really quick and talk about the pretty, just like, oh, I'm just outside getting a breath of fresh air, but I want to drop this tidbit about the subject lines, and so even I've noticed like my lives that I do outside get a lot of great feedback. I get a lot of engagement, and just taking it differently, because a lot of mine are in the bathroom because I'm doing beauty tips, and I do a lot of my interviews at my desk, hidden out in my room, which is not the best background, but I show up with red lips and I show up with a red sequin shirt because it's Woman Crush Wednesday. So I dress it up and I layer it differently because I can't make it all perfect, so if it is a down day, then get outside and do it outside. Like you said, find that natural lighting, or put on a fun, cute little hat, or, there's like a little accessory, or you're having like this really cute inspirational coffee mug in your hand while you're doing your message, and you can even speak to that, so it's, you can still use that element of presence and ambiance to still make a powerful, quick, casual 1 minute video.
I love that. Yeah. I absolutely love that. And on that, like, I know you have a freebie, I believe, that you want everyone to have that kind of walks them through a lot of these tips. Would you just talk about that for a little bit? Because I know people are going to be excited to get something tangible that they can take action with right away.
Yes, it is a freebie. I'll drop the link. It's the Live Camera Confidence Guide. So it's 5 ways on how you can up-level your presence and engagement on live video. So we break down some of the steps and a lot of different tips and ideas and tools and products that you can use to create these different ways that you can up-level in your live videos. It's really fun.
That is really exciting. And it does make it a lot of fun because once you have those tips set in place, you've got that structure, all you got to do is turn on the camera and go because it makes you feel so much more prepared.
Right. Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. Just get, like you said, like a quick transformation helps you feel put together, and whatever category. Maybe you're not even using a ring light, and and it's amazing. I have a ring light on right now, and if I turn it off, like it's amazing the difference it is. So maybe you just go on Amazon and you just start off with a ring light, So
Absolutely. And it doesn't take a lot either. People think that it's expensive to have all this equipment, but we've got just a regular old webcam, a very cheap lighting kit from Amazon, and it's all that we needed to feel comfortable enough to do it.
Right.
So
Absolutely.
that is awesome. I'm really excited to see that guide as well. And we're going to put the link of it in the show notes. Before we sign off, is there any last minute tip, last minute thing you want to leave everyone with? And then we would love to hear about anything else you have to offer that you can help people with for going live on video.
Yes. I think that one of the best tips too is practice, right? This is why I created the mastermind, is to have women come in and we practice. And it really is, we're going to do a lot more interviewing in the mastermind and just having little breakout sessions and really coming together, doing the tips and the tutorials. Like I said, I'm a beauty girl, so I got lots of beauty, and with confidence and beauty and wardrobe, lighting, and then of course engagement strategies, how we can break down our topics and plan it easier, but interview and really learn how to create a show. So my tip is start your Facebook group. Whatever your business is about, create a Facebook group around it. And you don't have to promote it yet. Go in there and start doing live videos. Start just going on there, dropping little videos, little trainings or insights, whatever you want to speak on. Like what we said, maybe you're talking about self-care, maybe you're talking about wellness, lifestyle, just some of the things that people are into right now, but still kind of relevant to what you do. And then I suggest starting a show and having people come on and interview them, that it's still relevant to what you're doing in your group. And I think that's a great way to get going on video. It can be nerve-wracking when you start doing interviews, but you'll see kind of once you drop into it, it's a really easy way to kind of start going live because you're with someone, you're doing it with someone. So it kind of takes the pressure off.
Absolutely. And I don't want to walk away too quickly. I would love to hear more about the mastermind and the coaching. So tell us more about that in case people are interested and they want to come to you and say, hey, please help me with this. I really need this.
Right. It's going to be a lot of fun. So first you can start off with doing my live camera confidence reboot. So it's a 30-minute session and you just come in and we just go over what your biggest challenges are. And if you're not doing live video yet, or you're not doing interviews yet, we start there. We start how we can start incorporating it, and where are your fears or your struggles or your challenges around starting. And so we go through just your top 3 issues or challenges, or where you want to start, where I think that you should start, where you want to start. We can kind of collaborate on that. And if you already are doing live videos and interviews, then we can also have me watch one of your videos, and then we go over it together and see where we can up level your presence, your message, and your impact on live video. So we'll talk about what your issues are, your struggles are, and then we'll go through it, and we will constructively give amazing positive feedback and some tweaks and some that we can get started on you, get started with you. Sorry, say blunder right away, so that we can create some more confidence, so that you do it, that you keep doing it consistently. It's not about doing it every day. It's just about doing it consistently, right? Consistently. So we start there. So that's the reboot session. And then I do one-on-one if we want to go deeper and make it more customized to you. And then the mastermind is going to be 10 ladies, and we're going to come together, different businesses, and we're going to work together, collaborate. We're going to have a training, and then we'll have interview practice sessions and get feedback and give feedback and up level our businesses, up level our live video presence through 90 days. So it's both of them are 90 days. And then I will be developing a program, a 6-month program through the summer. So that will probably launch in the summertime.
That's amazing. Okay. So, and I have to comment real quick on the importance of doing this like one-on-one and in the mastermind. When we do one-on-one coaching, we see such amazing results. I'm not just talking about the people we help, which we also see great results from, but when we go for one-on-one coaching, it's things that you don't see because you're too close to your business, and having that expert view, that outside come in and say like, look, I get that this is what you're fixated on, but you're so fixated on it, you don't see all the other possibilities here.
Right. It's so true. They need to step back and just look at the bigger picture and see where we can grow. And it's like, right, it's like you're almost too close. So I with you, I love one-on-one coaching, and I just actually got out of a 3-day intensive with my business coach, and it was business changing. It's all about pivoting right now, and we can go so deep with it and go and customize it. And this is also a self-care program. You get a lot of wellness, a lot of self-care mixed with a lot of up-leveling your business. So it's great.
Right. And the pivot thing is so important, especially right now, right? People are asking all the time, what's the right way to pitch when people are going through a lot of different difficult things right now? And I'm sure that's one of the biggest things you tackle in that one-on-one and in the mastermind, because regardless of what's going on now, there's always going to be that timeliness. There's always going to be that thing going on that you need to overcome as part of, building your business.
Right. There's always something going on. I went through a divorce as I was creating my Naked Soul brand. In fact, it's what drove my Naked Soul branding, is the pain and the struggle that I went through the divorce and coming out and, moving out and having 2 different households. So there is always something. Granted, this is huge and everyone's going through it at the same time. But for some clients, for some people, they are struggling, but for other people, they're thriving because they have all this extra time. And I was just talking to actually one of my business coaches, getting off the phone. And I said, I have so much more, I have such extra money. Like I have more extra money. I'm not going out to dinner. And it's not like I have like boatloads of extra money, because of course I'm not working in the salon, but it's like all these things that were kind of taxing, nickeling and diming me like every single day, whether it's like Starbucks down the way every day or going out to dinner 4 times a week or takeout, so it's like, gosh, I have some time and I'm not spending some money on certain things. So you might attract clients that actually have a lot of time and have a lot of resources to work with you.
Mm-hmm. And then working in that mastermind, getting all of those different opinions and having that safe space to practice, it's invaluable what you can come away with and how quickly you can grow and find comfort in that.
Right. It's all about practice. And I think that's what is lacking in a lot of programs that are out there, is that space where you can practice what you're being taught and what you're there to learn. So really practicing the ways that we do up-level our present aesthetically, internally or externally, but also our soul care. We do a lot of soul care work, a lot of wellness choices. It's all about, it's what's breeding confidence. It's all about confidence. We're up-leveling our confidence. And then we get into the business. We get into strategies and engagement, feedback, Facebook groups, social media, all of it. So.
Because it can be stressful, right? It can be incredibly stressful in trying to work your business because of like the financial, the relationship aspect, this new stretch that you're putting on yourself to be out there. And to have that support we would not be where we are today without the support of the people around us. And I'm sure you've had similar experiences.
Oh, mm-hmm. It's absolutely true. Absolutely true. And I'll have guest experts come on in the mastermind and in the program to really go deeper in those specific areas. So it'll be great. It's going to be great. And you can't do it without your community. You really can't.
I 100% agree. And you guys, this is so, so, so good. I highly encourage you to take advantage if this is something that you're struggling with and have a need for. Thank you, Tobey. Thank you so much. I really appreciate, there we go. See? I really appreciate you. Exactly. It's natural. Like you're having a conversation. It's fine. I do though. I really appreciate you coming on and sharing your expertise. This is something that's desperately needed. I know with everyone that I talk to, after being on camera for years over and over again, there are still things that I know I need to improve on. And so I highly encourage everybody to take advantage, get in touch with you. We'll drop links to the freebie and the coaching and mastermind information in the show notes so that everybody can get in touch with you as soon as they decide they want to get started with this and start making a difference with their business. Thank you everybody for listening. Toby, where else can we go and find out more about you and follow you on social media and everywhere?
I would love for you to join my Facebook group, Confidence Unleashed. So it's called Confidence Unleashed on Facebook group. And then you can find me at Tobey and A-N-N, Tobey and Darian on Instagram. So I'm reviewing my Instagram. Always a work in progress, right?
Every part, right? So thank you so much. Thank you, everyone. Make sure you go and you follow Toby and you take advantage of the freebie and the coaching mastermind. Thank you all so much, and I hope you came away with some big aha moments. Remember to like, share, and review so that we can grow the podcast and reach more people looking to grow their businesses. And until next time, this is Darian with DNC Marketing, and remember, old ways won't open new doors. We'll see you next time.